You see, what I noticed is, um, a lot of niggas get shit twisted and think that whenever you come out and, critique public works, shit that people put out there in the public, we're not talking about private moments, we said public works. When people come out and put out public works that they're not supposed to be judged, but they are most definitely supposed to be judged. Sometimes you got to go back and check old records to get the proper retrospect. You feel what I'm saying? The proper retrospect. So what's the proper retrospect here? The proper retrospect is that Cat Williams called out a lot of niggas. A lot of YouTube commentary is eating very well from these posts, depending on what your thumbnail is and what you leave as your headline. Is it controversial enough? But I tend to respect niggas with real reporting because Cat gave us a lot of thought-provoking information that, could tie into our own lives, especially those of us that seek to be in media, right? What moves to make, what moves not to make, what's cool, what's not cool. But if we didn't learn anything else from this, what we learned is never let another man, just because he has money in his hand, coerce you into doing something against your will. That's not the live. The second thing we learned from this was a lot of niggas was taking shots for a long time. And we didn't get it until, the little big man of comedy, Cat Williams, clapped back. It's a lot of celebrity stories I'm gonna tell personally. Like, I haven't really unleashed my own personal celebrity stories and, my connection into Hollywood. But I seen a lot of this shit years ago, in the early 2000s, late 90s. I seen all this weirdo shit back then. The one motherfuckers that I never ever fucking liked when I first came from LA out to the Dallas-Fort Worth area was this motherfucker named Head Crack. He's on the radio in Atlanta, I think now, but back then, he was out here in Dallas. He's a real piece of motherfucking work. He's one of them serious, biased motherfuckers. Let me tell you how I know who this motherfucker is. Because, and the reason why I'm bringing up Head Crack is because he works with Ricky Smiley. So we had this show called Monday Night Mic Fights out here at DFW, hosted by Head Crack. And dude came out with a gang of biased ass shit talking about, this and that, whoopty wop. It was a freestyle, right? Like it was battle rap type of shit. So I was out here testing my wits, working on my new album, doing my debut. And this is right after, I just turned down a deal. And I get into that story another time. I don't want to convolute it. But that was my main reason for coming here, was at the time I was a single father and I was raising my sons and I needed, to regather myself. The economy, real estate, shit out here was a little bit, shit in Dallas was a little bit more affordable, I should say, than it was in Los Angeles for a single father. Long story short, it was like a battle situation, I was a young man, cut my teeth, maybe 24 years old, some shit like that. And I battled this one dude, and the crowd didn't really know how to take me, I was a West Coast dude out here with a lot of New York niggas coming out here, And you know, as far as the East Coast goes, it was always more respected for the lyrical ability that you came with than some niggas on the West Coast. They just expected that we was gonna come with some gangster shit and that was it, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't really have no lyrical ability, but they was far wrong. Cause I came out here, you know, fucking a nigga up. Head Crack said some old funny shit like, oh, you sound like one of them West Coast dudes and shit, man. Like, you know, you an Eazy-E type of nigga or something. And then tried to say some other shit about the West Coast. Like he was real disrespectful. I can't remember verbatim what he said. And so I was like, fuck you, man. And then they kicked me out the show. Cause I was ready to set it off on a nigga. Me and my nigga Steph Jones, we was about to tear that whole fucking club up. That's my nigga from Ohio. Anyways, I ended up owning a club out here, you know, MGE Studios. It was the #1 shit in the motherfucking area. You know what I'm saying? Period. Hands down, was running the goddamn Metroplex with that shit for the short amount of time that it was open. I did a song called Fuck Head Crack. It had the whole crowd screaming, fuck Head Crack. I kid you not, it's footage of that some fucking where. It's footage somewhere, somebody out here got that. But it's another video we did to it, you know what I'm saying, for the first single off my first album called Hennessy, somewhere floating around on the internet. And that crowd, that was the same night I did that song. So it's people out there that know what I'm talking about. But you could see how this motherfucker start the hating, right? It was like a little circle, like Ricky Smiley already had his little cheerleaders in place, niggas like Head Crack, and this other bitch with the motherfucking skeleton weave, you know, this foolish bitch cheerleading and talking some funny shit. And they saying some real funny, bunny shit to just really just let you know how these motherfuckers think. Pete.
If you want to talk about who should play Dr. Dre, Gary looks like Dr. Dre when Dr. Dre was in the World Class Wrecking Crew, rocking a sequin outfit. So it's the news are in order. They're working on this whole NWA biopic, right? Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, and Eazy-E's widow are producing the film, right? So, like, you know, people are asking, who's gonna play certain people? Because there were some really unique looking dudes.
Yeah.
Well, the role of Ice Cube, casted. Guess who they got?
Who?
His son, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Like, visually, when you look at a picture of Ice Cube's son and Ice Cube together, they look just alike.
I know who should play Eazy-E.
Who?
Cat Williams. Right?
Like Eazy-E's on his like last days? Or...
No, like just play him.
All they needed some curl activator.
Boom.
Now you see what I'm saying? You see that funny ass shit right there? Like, motherfuckers been taking shots, man. That clip is from 4 years ago. Okay? 4 years ago, maybe even a little bit longer. That's just when it was posted up. But it's little funny shit like that, like when the NWA movie come out, 2015. So really it's probably from like 8 years ago, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But it was posted up only about 4 years ago for a reason. For a reason. These motherfuckers been taking funny ass shots. And this is the reason why our boy came out and shit on him. It's for shit like that. Little funny shit. Now, peep this other shit out.
Hey man, can I get you anything? Can I get you water or something, man?
Oh, okay.
You doing okay? All right.
Yeah.
Let me give you a minute.
Thank you. Thank you. Get the fuck out of here, you bitch ass nigga. The fuck you crying for? Real men don't take shots and then cry. Now, I heard a lot of commentary trying to justify a man whining on TV, and the one I didn't really pay too much attention to was when Cat Williams said, and I specifically quote, "Why would you come up on this TV show and lie like that after your son just passed away? It's no wonder the people believe in rituals." I swear to God, that's what he said. He said rituals. Now, he was talking a whole lot of Illuminati talk. I've been talking about this shit for years. He was talking about a whole lot of industry talk. That's the shit that scared me in the early 2000s. Seen that shit firsthand. But let me say this. Ja Rule said that he turned down being in Fast and the Furious Part 2 because he was on tour, scheduled to make around $14 million. That clip still exists. Ludacris said that he was acting a fool. But Cat Williams said something totally different. Pete.
I was on tour with Eminem at the time, and I just remember getting a call saying that John Singleton wanted me to try out for a part in Too Fast, Too Furious. And for those that know, John Singleton is just known for taking people from the music world and you know, putting them in the movies. Obviously, Ice Cube,
Now, when you possess a man to go from 1991 to the year 2000 something and forget everything in the middle. My man said taking people, he's known for taking rappers to the next level. Everybody from Ice Cube to Tyrese. Now, first of all, poetic justice. Janet Jackson and Tupac Shakur in the same goddamn movie is 3 times bigger than the two dudes you just met. Although Ice Cube is a senior in the rap game, are you fucking kidding me? You named Tyrese. There's a reason why.
A lot of different individuals, like I said, from music. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll try out for Too Fast, Too Furious. Why not? So I remember actually putting it on tape, like literally 10 minutes before I was about to go on stage. Backstage, I think we were on the West Coast somewhere, and I did it, and next thing I know, I got a call saying that he wanted me to do the part. Later on, I had to figure out that he wanted Ja Rule originally for the part, and Ja Rule was acting crazy or something like that, so he was like, okay, my next best person is Ludacris. But luckily, Ja Rule was acting stupid as hell, so that's why. If it wasn't for him doing that, I wouldn't be the... By the way, Fast and Furious is definitely the gift that keeps on giving, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just say that.
And so they sent us down to Miami for about 8 months, and you know, we had fun. Me and Paul and Tyrese, and I got them together. They bonded really tight, and I called my friend Cole Hauser, who was in Higher Learning. He's in it, and you know, Ludacris. I got Ludacris to do the picture, we formed a great relationship off of that. Breaking another rapper. And I mean, hey, like I said, we were in Miami for 8 months. We had a blast. I still have a place down there because of that movie.
Luda.
No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Cat Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people?
Yes.
It's part of what they give you. Okay? I didn't get it. I'm not mad about it.
How much money they give? 200?
Sir, Fast and Furious is on what number right
10.
now?
200 million. I might need to get me one of them old women look the same.
That's what they all end up saying at the end of the day.
Whatever's heavy on my heart is always on my mind. Like Snoop's cannabis shredder, I'm always on my grind. They throwing shade cause niggas could never take my shine. I bring my watch collection on my jet, let me take my time. Like fine wine, I'm aging like Benjamin. Top 5, I'm worth mentioning. Bring me rappers, I'm lynching them. See the pendulum swing, Jesus with diamond thorns. Ludacris, swaddled in Gucci linens when I was born. Never been Illuminati, only a Ludanatti. And I only left with bitches when coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a clout chaser, never say shit for likes. R.I.P. John Singleton.
John Singleton a coward though.
You never have to flex when you earn every one of your Fast and Furious checks.
Luda.
No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person they said was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies.
Breaking another rapper.
Breaking another rapper. John Singleton a coward though.
Afro with the sideburns, yeah, that's my signature. Addictions on the rise, comedians check your temperature.
Man, I heard a lot of commentary, but there's this one dude online. He don't got a lot of subscription like me, but he building his channel. His name is Lord Tier God, and he said it was one of the most garbage freestyles he ever heard in his life. Now, I'm not gonna go that far and say it was one of the most garbage freestyles because it wasn't garbage. Actually, you know what I'm saying, the cadence was on deck. He was saying, you know, a lot of words that was putting rhymes together. The only part I didn't like about it was the braggadocio shit. But you know, Cat Williams got bread like Luda got bread, so they can talk that to each other. As long as you ain't speaking that to the average common man, I don't really got a problem with it. Am I a fan of that type of shit? Fuck no. But it wasn't the wackiest shit I ever heard in my life. However, it was quite motherfucking revealing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why Pac didn't fuck with John Singleton. Because John Singleton was an Illuminati agent. Period. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. How did a nigga lose his life after having a stroke and his daughter reported that he was healthy to having a coma-induced type of shit, including some type of foul play with his mother at Cedars-Sinai, of all places. The place where Pac and Easy met their fucking demise.
Fans to begin with, but you let people tell it, average Joes who now have power because of the phone and the platform, oh, we must, Cat exposed the Illuminati. We must stop giving our money to these devil worshippers. We must take our power back. What power? You're not that serious. You're not that important. Stay in your lane. And last but not least, here's this. While we're all focusing so hardly on what Cat did, which again, I think was unnecessary and pointless. There's a young, beautiful black actress who we all know and love, who recently has been all over social media, literally in tears, because she's not getting the money that her white female counterparts get. Taraji B. Henson. So while we're all focusing on the Cat Williams hype drama news cycle, there's that. So my point is this. Instead of Cat using his platform and his mouthpiece and his power and his influence for drama and a news cycle that's going to be gone when the next hot news cycle comes along, why don't we use our powers and our platform to figure out how we as a community in Black Hollywood can come together and amass our own wealth, build our own empire? Be like Jeffrey Katzenberg, Michael Eisenberg, and Steven Spielberg. I'm here for the smoke. DM me for the link to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. Also, go to our YouTube channel on YouTube under Spearsberg.
Let me tell you who this fuckboy didn't mention. He didn't mention Byron Allen. I think even in one part of the segment, he does mention Tyler Perry, but it's just another dude with a dress. Byron Allen ain't never had no dress on, and he owns a network. But you didn't mention him. He mentioned every Magic Mountain there was. Berg this, Berg that. Right? Every Magic Mountain that exists. Right? Because you got to move a mountain in order to get the things that you are suggesting. Right, Ari Spears. Ari Spears is another fucking double agent. That's why he got his face socked off on that radio show. I'm sure he hit the motherfuckers with a crazy lawsuit, probably got paid, because the guy assaulted him. But, it's a lot of people that wanted to assault a lot of comics for a long time. That's why Will Smith got on stage and slapped the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth. You know what I'm saying? And, we want to, in some realms, defend Cat. In other realms, we want to check Cat. But what have Cat really said that was wrong? We just found out Michael Jackson was on Epstein Island. I'm just saying.
Hit like and subscribe.